Good, whatever time of the day it is you happen to be listening. This is the P&A Podcast Express coming to you from the 469. We are here at the Blue Water Inn.
6-9.
In Port Stanley. I always say the Blue Water Inn because of the big sign.
I know, but it's the Blue Water Sports Bar.
And Grill.
So was it actually the Blue Water Inn before Blue Water Sports Grill?
Yes.
It was.
We've actually called it the Blue Water Inn for years, so
Yes.
it'll be okay.
I will continue to call it the Blue Water Inn.
I mean, if they don't want to be called that, to take the sign down.
That's just
it's
what they
historical.
do.
But it is historical. You're right. I like it.
He's Adam Filkins, I'm Phil Nickel, featuring, he's back, John Crazier, JTK.
Back from the dead.
What's happening?
JTK no K.
Right?
With the C.
Yes.
Right.
Who
Yeah.
celebrated a birthday, a week ago?
Yeah, I got to ask you guys, how late were you up Monday night?
I was up late.
Like past 1 o'clock
Oh,
late?
yeah, past 1 o'clock late.
Because I'm pretty sure I opened up Facebook the next morning. It's like 5 hours ago.
yeah.
It is now 6 o'clock.
I was lying in bed
Wait a
contemplating
minute.
all my life choices, and I'm like, oh shit, it's JTK's birthday.
And he finished contemplating them all after he posted that.
Well, I appreciate that about you.
Right, then I could finish.
Yeah.
And now you get to look me in the eyes for the next 3 hours.
Since I wished you happy birthday, then I could finish.
Oh,
He had a picture of you looking him in the eyes.
then he finished.
I lit
Yes.
a candle.
That
Yes.
sounds very sensual.
Got
It
some
was.
very flowery smelling lotions.
Such a weird age, man. It's not a milestone. It's just whatever.
It's just blah. Nobody gives a fuck.
Exactly. Yeah. So when's the next milestone birthday?
I don't know.
40.
40?
Yeah.
Okay.
40's a big one.
Okay, we can deal with that.
I think they start coming in 10s after that. 40, 50.
In your case, 5s.
I mean,
Yeah, I guess.
statistically, we could have it's half over party for you at 37 and a half.
Yeah, we can roll with that.
It's half over. Woohoo! You mean it's over half over for me? Whew.
Yeah.
Feels like thank God.
Lord.
You're well over the top. I'd have to be a centurion to only be at the halfway point. Dear God, I don't want that to go on that long.
Why would anybody
You got a
wanna
big
live
birthday
that?
coming up this year, don't you?
I do.
Interesting.
Well, I don't want to get old.
Do you feel old?
I do.
Yeah, I do too. I feel
It's
like I'm being
starting to
held.
for the first time
Yeah.
in my life, it's starting to catch up to me. It really is.
I feel like I'm being
And
held
I don't-
together by duct tape and hopes and dreams.
I don't like it.
You know, when I had to start using the cane, I was finally like, oh, thank God. This is exactly where I need to be.
Plus the beauty. Thank you, sir. Plus the beauty.
You know, I don't want to feel left out. I'll take $1 beer.
Plus the beauty of you using the cane is you could probably get the senior discount at McDonald's and they won't even question it.
Between that and the white in my beard,
Yeah.
hell no.
Yeah, you got this. Like you're doing so well playing this role.
Plus, I've said it for years, so it finally applies now that I am a pimp.
Right.
You know, got to have a cane to keep them sane because crazy hoes don't make no dough.
You got to keep them in line.
Hell yeah.
The green is for the money and the gold is for the honeys.
Yes.
Is this a rap song? Because I'm missing it.
It's just general pimp speak, I think. The pimp culture was big there for a while in the late 90s, early 2000s, then it sort of died off.
Yeah, that's because you got smartphones and online dating
That's
to
right.
do that for you.
Tinder's the new pimp.
Right. In a roundabout way.
Tinder pimp.
You know, that is true.
Well, I mean, we think about it.
Yeah, it's just a 100%. Like hoes and don't be tripping anymore. They just be on Tinder.
Why
Yeah.
don't we start like a pimp app? Pimp
should.
shot app.
Hire this pimp for.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically, it's a dating service, but you have to pay, like us.
You got to pay like a
for-
real person, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Watch, you're just gonna bring it around to the wrong side.
P&A Dating Express.
P&A Dating Express.
I don't know. Just toss something out there.
Thank you, sir.
The P stands for pimps and assholes.
That's a great idea.
That's beautiful. Junior on the camera. So how's everybody doing? Everybody having a good week? I mean, it's only Monday that we record this. Everybody have a good weekend. I have a.
Yes.
Anybody have any gear grinds?
Yes.
Yes. Do you want to share your gear grind? Or
Do you want me to ruin the night already, or do you want me to wait?
Oh, you can wait. I have a gear grind.
I mean, why don't you go ahead
I have a
first? I
big
don't want to like set this off on a sour note.
I have a big one. We do the exact same thing
I'm just trying to push that over.
as a guy out there named Joe Rogan, And he just signed another $250 million contract today.
With
to podcast.
Spotify?
Yes.
Oh.
That's his
We're
second.
on Spotify. You know what we make?
That's his second.
Not quite.
That's his second $250 million contract with Spotify.
Adam, I think we're just a hair under 250 million, but it's not a lot. It's not a lot.
You know, I'm not counting.
Here's my plea. First of all, fuck you, Joe Rogan. Second of all we're looking for is to make, and I did the calculations, 0.25% of that $250 million, and we'd be satisfied.
0.25%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait.
It's still a lot of money.
Okay.
No, I mean,
Wait.
I think Phil's selling us a little short. I'd go 0.5%.
0.5%. That way we each clear $750,000.
Yeah, each.
Yeah.
You said 250 million?
Yeah, $250 million.
Times.
Well, you know what they say, more money, more problems. Can you imagine the issues that
So
Joe
you want
Rogan
6.25 million?
That'd be great.
Or am I off by a decimal?
I think you're off by a decimal.
Shit. 625,000?
Yeah, that's roughly what I was thinking. Just over half a million.
Yeah.
I was looking for just over $500,000, right?
Hell, he was 62,000.
Yeah,
Would be a good start.
You give it, yeah, but
2,000 would be a good
fuck,
start.
$500.
Anything.
$500 and fix the hood on my truck, and we're all set.
I mean, you know how much
wait,
it
what?
costs us to do this podcast? Because we don't have the Pimp app.
Wait, hold
so
on.
just what we pay Phil in Pimp fees.
I might have to throw Phil into another truck rant here because I'm being a little. I'm not being
So
ignorant
on our-
or oblivious of what the hell
On our
happened.
trip to Minnesota, we were going through Chicagoland, 3 a.m. Something bounced off the hood of the truck, and I didn't think anything of it, but I knew it hit hard. Like, it sounded terrible.
Yeah,
And
you mentioned this.
We were so busy that we got back, and my dad says, "What the fuck happened to the hood of your truck?" I have a small dent and 3 big scratches that are about that long, right down to the metal in the hood of my truck from whatever this was bounced off of it.
It was a chupacabra.
Yeah. So
hell?
somebody either threw something, because whatever this was had to weigh at least 5 pounds.
The hell did a raccoon commit suicide and jump off the bridge?
It wasn't an animal. It was something solid. It was a rock or a brick or a chunk of ice, perhaps.
A rock brick.
Interesting.
But yeah, so now I got to get the hood of my truck fixed.
That poor truck.
I've been good to her too. It's just other people fucking it up.
Poor Hazel.
I know. But anyway, so here we are with So Joe Rogan, that guy, $250 million again. So Spotify's branched out. They signed on with, now he's going to be on YouTube and I forget which other service.
You know, he's pretty much on YouTube already. I mean, that's
know.
where I've been watching it for years. I don't even have the Spotify app.
But I had to do some research and look up why Joe Rogan, like, what is the Tao of Joe Rogan? Why do people love Joe Rogan? And the answer is they don't. They just listen.
I think they listen because of the guests he has on and the subjects they talk
part
about.
Of it, part of it's like his positivity, and he's what a lot of people aspire to be, because a lot of people will aspire to be like someone but not do anything to try to be like someone, if that makes any sense.
That's what I do.
Right? And so we just podcast, so yeah.
I just want to be rich like Joe Rogan. I mean, at least we have a podcast. We're doing more than most people.
But what a bummer, though. When you're in the game like we have been for 3.5 years, and this guy's just out there, and most of his podcast, I would say 90% of it's just drivel. There's nothing to it. It's just mindless whatever. But it's the highlights, so we know that. Even our podcast, we're the same
And
thing.
you realize, like, one of his episodes is like the equivalent of year 3. They go on forever.
Yeah.
Like, how do you stay attuned to that for that long?
Oh, they don't. They're just really high. It's
fair.
like our marathon episodes when we get really drunk.
That's true.
That's fair. Okay, that's fair.
Because when I get really high, we don't record.
No.
All motor all motor functions are out the window.
Or get up, or
play with the flamethrower,
or breathe barely.
or eat the last piece of brisket.
Yeah, I didn't get that either.
Oh, wait a minute.
So,
wait, that was me.
So that's my gear grind. Today I woke up to the wonderful news of Joe Rogan signing another $250 million contract. $250 million.
That asshole.
Yeah, that's...
The more you know.
I I'd like a $2.50 contract. Like $2.50 would be good.
I'd take anything at this point. I'm not going to lie. I'm just ecstatic about the price of the beers we're getting tonight because they're just trying to kill the keg.
No, they're trying to kill us, actually.
That's apropos.
It's a good beer.
That's actually pretty damn good.
Adam's over there opening up the new toy I bought this week for him.
Well, I gotta move some stuff off of here.
What?
But we won't be recording any other episodes.
Since we're getting old and can't remember shit, I had to buy some memory. But for the computer, so we could put.
Oh, I was gonna say, wait, what? You had me going there for a minute.
Well, this is how I operate. This is why I'm bummed about not making any money. Adam's like, we need this. I'm like, all right, which one do you want? All right, I ordered it. It's what I do.
I got a question for you, gentlemen. Is tobacco not allowed to be brought back across the border?
Canada?
Yeah.
I don't know that.
So because it's a highly tariffed item, no.
Noted.
You also cannot do a whole lot with alcohol.
I think I knew that, but I thought tobacco was like whatever, fair game.
They tariff it the same way, so you'd have to go through a duty store to get it. If you go through like a duty free, then you're good.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Then they don't want to handle the kind of money that it would be at the border.
I did not make the purchase, but the person that made the purchase paid like an ungodly amount of money for like this 2 cartons of cigarettes.
How much?
Like $120.
What?
Like Canadian dollars. Which is like the equivalent of like $84 US, give or take.
At the bridge, had to pay that?
No. He we just pulled over to this random gas station, probably like an hour away from the border.
Why did he want Canadian cigarettes?
He didn't want them. Somebody that he knew wanted them because apparently it's real tobacco. It's not laced with a bunch of random shit.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
So they're called smooths. Literally, they're called smooths.
Smooths.
Yeah. I was like, okay, whatever.
Hey, now you're smoking.
But one of the first questions out of the Border Patrol agent's mouth was like, do you have tobacco in the vehicle? I'm like, nope.
How'd you know?
Never mind those on the back seat there.
Never mind those smooths sitting back there.
Yeah.
We brought those with us.
Yeah. Yeah, there was 3 lanes to choose. We choose a nuclear option, and we chose the hard ass.
You chose the guy looking to make a name.
Yeah. This is not my gear grind, by the way. I'm just telling a story.
I'm John G. Border Patrol.
He was very Mexican descent. No, he was, seriously.
How that's ironic right
It
there.
was very ironic.
That's as if O. Henry and Alanis Morissette had a baby right there.
He was.
So what was he like when you got pulled up there? He's like, yeah, I'm a Mountie, eh?
How do you buy, eh?
How ironic I had to cross the border to guard a border.
Now I see the irony in this. I never thought about that time.
You know, I didn't mean to cross too.
Well, seriously, on the way in, like the guy, like he was really cool. Like 15 seconds, like in and out. Like, where are you going? Do you have any declarations? All right, see you later. On the way in, we're getting like freaking borderline detained here. Like, holy shit, we're never gonna get home.
I got any tobacco in the car?
Well, that was like question number 3. The first one was like, are you guys related? Mind you, we have the same last names. And I really want to say, like, nope. Nope, we're not.
You guys related? I don't know this asshole. He just hopped in my car and told me to drive about 2 kilometers ago. Right?
We drove 2 hours west.
He just hopped in my car telling something about stupid Mexicans at the border.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, shit.
Here we are.
What? I thought he was insane.
Well, I think the guy flipped out because like we said we were from different towns. I'm like, where are you guys from? I'm like Palms. Because it's like Minden City. And I think that was like a red flag right there by himself. Like, it's like they're 2 miles apart.
Right?
It's not that big a deal.
In his mind, they're like 40 miles apart, and you guys are on this brigade to deal drugs.
Yeah, with the same last name, not related.
Smuggled
Smoking tobacco across the border.
He's got the same last name, spelled exactly the same. A name the guy's never seen before. You guys related? No.
You know,
I'm just saying.
all you had to do was be like, we're married. They'd have let you through in a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat.
Right, you can't take both of us in because that's double jeopardy. Like, I don't think that's what that means.
Otherwise, we're going to file a hate crime right there.
Yeah, exactly.
How dare you make fun of a gay lover?
Right? And his desire to smoke smooths.
You should have told him right off the bat. You should have said, these are not cartons of cigarettes. This is like, we totally have illegal drugs in there. And then they'd have been confused, wouldn't know what to do, let you through.
Like, oh, fuck it. I don't want to do all this paperwork.
Hey, dude, we still got cocaine in the back. You better, like, pull us over. No, don't do that.
So I do have a story of a friend of mine that he was coming across, going to Canada, and he had forgotten that he had something in his trunk, and rather than like just, you know, in my brain, the thing to do would have been just get across and immediately come back, because he had a bunch of hunting guns in the back of in the trunk of his car.
Right.
Oops.
No, he tells when he gets to the gate, doesn't tell the passenger in the car with him, but tells the guy at the gate, you know, on the bridge, this is in Windsor, I have several hunting rifles and shotguns in the trunk of the car. Can I take those into Canada? And the guy didn't say anything. He's just like, pull up over there. And they ripped the car apart. They confiscated all the weapons. You know, a couple $1,000 in guns.
Ooh.
And literally, when he got done and he came back across, because they told him, they're like, you've just got to go back. We're not letting you in. He goes back across, and the guy at the U.S. side, you know, they kind of tell him, explain it to him, because they had radioed ahead and all that. Explains it to him. He's like, you know, all you had to do was say that you need to turn right around and come back here because you have things that can't go into Canada, and they'd let you come back.
Jesus.
But you tried to go in, so they confiscated everything.
So that's a lesson for our listeners out there and ourselves.
Yeah.
My buddy actually went through security at the airport, and he didn't realize he had a couple, some ammunition in his pocket because he went to the range.
Oh, no.
And yeah, he got pulled into the old TSA room and read the riot act.
Did you get frisked?
Oh,
And not in a good way?
he said he got stripped down to his boxers. Yeah,
Whoa.
So I got pulled in when we were coming
and he just
back
had
from,
like 3 or 4 9mm.
when we were coming
live
back
rounds.
from Poland.
Yeah.
I was carrying Mary's camera bag, and I got pulled into customs, and they, you know, I'm in Germany, and they pull you into this little room, and this guy comes in, and he, like, you know, is talking to me in German, and it just sounds so
It's
menacing.
such an aggressive language.
And I'm like, I don't know what you're
He
saying.
just said, "I'm just saying, how are you doing today?"
I don't like Hitler either. I'm sorry what he did.
Right?
And then he's like, oh, you no speak German. I'm like, no, I don't speak German. He's like, okay. And he gets somebody else to come in there, and then this lady comes in. She's like, oh, we just need to look at your bag because it was different.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay. So they opened up the camera bag and then let me go. They were very nice. But it just sounded so, I'm like, oh my God.
It is an aggressive language, though.
I am going to die.
Huck die Scheiße, hiya! You're like,
Well, it was when he stomped his feet and clicked his heels together that I was like, holy shit, I'm in trouble. This is bad.
Here comes the dog. Oh, my God.
you want to know the other story that captivated me?
What's that?
Have you heard this? Have you heard about my Jalen? Have you heard about this? Have you heard about this? Fucking King Charles. He's 75 years old. He waited all his life to become king because the queen just lived forever, and now he has cancer.
Whoops.
Well, you know,
Why am I laughing at that?
I shouldn't.
Well, I know, but as I said,
I'm
why
not
are we
laughing
laughing?
about it because it's a terrible situation. But just what the fuck?
You got screwed by a woman again.
Right.
you know, for what he did to Diana or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
pretty
this just
deserving.
desserts? Is that
Yeah.
what this is?
Yeah, I guess that's
But
just.
I read about that today. I'm like, King Charles is going to be stepping back as he
And now-
went in for a routine checkup of some sort, and they've
And I always got prostate cancer.
yeah, now he has cancer, and they've got to treat it. And
What?
like,
What are they going to do? Because aren't like both his kids kind of hated in Britain?
yeah, I think
Yes, very
so.
much. I don't know. I don't pay too much attention to that.
I mean, the one married a Yankee bitch.
Yeah,
Who?
Biracial, too.
Meghan Markle's biracial?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, we don't see color on this podcast.
No.
See what?
I just read it in the headlines. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I didn't notice. She's attractive. But yeah, so King Charles.
Oh, you talking about Harry and Meghan? Or
Yeah.
Meghan and Harry? I don't care. But
Yeah, so King Charles waits his whole life. And then they got the throne for all of 8 months, I think they said, 6 months or 8 months, and now he's going to be battling cancer.
what are the odds that he locked himself in a room and threw a tantrum like, son of a bitch, I just got in here.
Right?
This is bullshit.
He's going to go down as the President Taft of kings there.
Yeah.
Because wasn't he only in office for a year or something like that when he was president? There was one that was shorter than that, too. Wasn't there one that caught pneumonia by being outside giving his inaugural speech in the cold? Who was that clown?
Now I'm going to have to look that up.
Yeah, now I don't know my presidents. Oops.
Who was that clown, right?
Yeah. Which one was that?
Which clown was that?
Time for an episode of Jeopardy. Who was?
Didn't Taft get stuck in the bathtub because he was so fat in the White House?
These are all
Yes.
These are all interesting tidbits here. I did not know
This
this.
is all stuff this is what lives in my brain.
This is why you can't go to sleep at night.
Oh, I had a hell of a time getting to sleep last night, yeah.
Harrison.
Yeah, he died, right? Because he caught pneumonia because he gave a long inaugural speech without a jacket, and it was very cold outside because it's January.
Idiot.
Caught pneumonia and died after being in office for, I'm going to guesstimate, 2 months, if that?
31 days.
Close enough.
31 days.
2 working months, 31
Right.
business
So,
days.
Like, you're president for January.
Well, that was fun.
Okay, this isn't funny, but yeah, it is funny. I don't know. It's hard to explain why that's funny.
I mean, I don't know why I laughed, but I did. Whoops.
I guess it's just because that's bad luck. That's a definition of
You worked
Yeah.
your entire life for this, and like, and shit,
and poop.
gone.
If he would have said got up for his inaugural speech about thanks for electing me president, and then went and did his job. He, yeah,
Yeah. No offense, everybody, but it's cold as shit.
right.
I'd like to stay and talk, but I gotta go.
He was the first president to die of black lung.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm looking for what he did die of, though.
Oh boy. Of course, back in the day, whenever they said someone died of complications due to pneumonia, it was just that they didn't want to take the time to dig in and figure out exactly what it was.
Fair.
Right? There's lots of code word weird things they used to use back in the day.
Think you talk about.
He was a Whig.
Yeah, he was a Whig party, yeah.
What was that?
So there used to be a third political party called the Whigs.
Did they wear wigs?
Ironically, no. But
Merkins.
yeah.
Same look, like the big, round locks, but in Merkins.
Right. So then they wore shorts and yeah.
I think
I see his downstairs dreadlocks.
I think that whole
Jesus.
table behind us is wearing Merkins.
It gotta be.
Oh yeah, nice table by the way, guys. It's
Yeah,
square,
right.
It's square.
rectangular, whatever.
The microphones fit on it well. It looks good on video.
Perfectly timed fart there.
I do think we should have a PA speaker that plays that just that.
Just to let everybody know.
Oh, that'd be glorious.
So it was Harrison. What year was that? Harrison would have been
Oh,
president?
now you're really testing me. I have no idea.
He was the 9th president.
Okay, so it would have been in
1800s.
1841.
1841. Oh, that's right. Because some of those early presidents were in there for a long time because they didn't have term limits.
Right.
Well, no. I mean, you figure a decade per
president.
8 years
Yeah.
per president at first, because if you were elected, you didn't get unelected
You just
really
died.
for anything, because there was no social media to let people know all the bad stuff you were doing.
You got challenged to a duel.
Yeah, or that, or you sat outside and talked too long and
And died.
Yeah.
And did you die? Yes, he
Yeah,
did.
I did actually.
It wasn't the
Thanks for
actual
asking.
it wasn't the actual standing out there. It was the horseless carriage ride 2 hours back to the hotel 1.2 miles away.
Right. Sorry, sir, the heat is broke.
So he actually lived 32 days in office. He died on the 32nd day, but they considered him incapacitated and unable to be president, and the vice president took over on the 31st
And
day.
who was the vice president?
Oh, nobody knows that.
Nobody cares. No, I'm kidding. Mr. Irrelevant.
Right?
Or Mr. Brightside, depending on which way you look at it.
He would have been the 10th president of the United States.
Right.
Wow. Quite a contrast between back then and now, because he won the presidency with approximately 150,000 votes.
That's it?
Wow.
Keep in mind, women couldn't vote back then.
True.
Neither could minorities.
Well, that takes care of about 2/3 right there.
So that was just all white males voting.
We should have a Harrison Day
Yeah?
on April 4th.
Is that when he
died.
passed?
Yeah.
Okay, sold.
He was the first president to die in office.
Mark that on your calendar. Harrison Day, April 4th.
Happy Harrison Day.
We're going to celebrate his life, though, not his death.
Correct.
Right.
I'd like to go through all 31 days that he had in office and kind of recreate them.
Kind of like a
relive
shitty
them.
advent calendar.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
Like, we'll get all the things. Today, he was sworn in.
The William Henry Harrison advent calendar. Was that his name? William Henry Harrison?
Yes, it was.
Holy shit.
Look at you.
I just pulled that one out of my rear, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
I mean, it's shitty trivia, but it's still trivia.
Yeah.
So everybody note this. Have you ever asked the first president to die in office and also the one to serve the shortest term, William Henry Harrison,
The 9th president.
the 9th president?
1841.
I'm guessing none of the previous ones had died in office.
No.
You would think with leprosy and syphilis just running rampant that there at least had to be some blind presidents. So I got to look that up.
Wait a minute.
That's how Leader Dogs for the Blind was founded. The president needed a guide dog
Because of leprosy?
to navigate his way through the Oval Office.
Holy crap.
The first one, aptly enough, was named Bullet. And he died by drowning.
Oh.
Cardi B, time traveled.
God, just can't get away from her.
Right? Jeez.
Huh.
What the dog doing?
So
Leading a blind president.
Right?
apparently Abraham Lincoln died of syphilis.
What?
It was a complication of the gunshot wound to the head.
Yeah, right?
No, Abraham Lincoln had syphilis and gave it to Mary Todd.
I have read that Abraham Lincoln did have syphilis.
But Grizzly Adams did have a beard.
Besides that, President Lincoln, how was the play? Jeez.
I mean, getting syphilis anymore isn't worth losing your head over.
It was hey, you know what? It was a banger.
Yes, right? It was a banger.
It was a one-shot wonder.
Well, that's
So it is widely accepted that the syphilis that they had led to the premature death of their children.
that makes sense.
It does.
That's what Capone died of.
Yeah.
Syphilis. As a matter of fact, he lost his mind. His brain was Swiss cheese by the time he passed away. They figure he was operating between a 4th and 5th grade education level for the last few years of his life. And Capone insisted that people call him Snorky. This big hulk of an animal, of a human that had all the power pretty much in the world at one point, Al Capone, near the end was coloring in coloring books and insist you call him Snorky because syphilis had rotted his brain. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
We got quite the education here in this first episode. I can't wait for the next two.
I'm looking for other famous people who died of syphilis.
My high school history classes have shit on this.
No, they didn't tell you that stuff. None of them tell you that stuff.
Yeah. That's the first time I looked at the camera. I don't know why. Because Phil did.
Just thought it's a good time to check in with the camera.
It didn't break yet. I didn't look at it. Oh, shit. There it goes.
King Charles VIII of France had syphilis. Christopher Columbus, which, I mean, sailor. You got to figure that.
He's what brought syphilis to North America.
Yeah, you got to
That
figure
asshole.
that a sailor.
Christopher Columbus not only triggered genocide of populations of groups of people, but also spread syphilis.
Benito Mussolini and Ivan the Terrible both had syphilis.
Really? Our topic is people who died of syphilis in history, or who had syphilis. Do you know Abraham Lincoln had syphilis? Mm-mm. Yeah. Benito Mussolini, syphilis. Christopher Columbus, syphilis.
Ivan the Terrible, syphilitic.
Al Capone.
Al Capone?
Yeah. That's what he died of.
Really?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Me neither. Now I know.
We build this as a comedy podcast, but it's really educational.
Yeah.
Got any more of this? It's not horrible.
Well,
Yeah, it's actually pretty decent.
People dying of syphilis is kind of funny.
Well, the first 4 or 5 people that you mentioned, that's kind of like the same time frame, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was way back, like way back. Obviously, once penicillin was invented,
Right.
I'm sure the amounts of death. If you died of syphilis after penicillin was widely available,
You know
that's
you just
on
made bad
dude.
choices.
You're just a stubborn son of a bitch.
I was going to say, people at the
Thank you.
STD on Saturday, the videos that Adam was,
They're about to get syphilis.
I'm pretty sure that most of them are going to die of syphilis.
Yeah, they're definitely good. Some are going to get it.
All right, don't yell at me or think I'm stupid, but can you catch syphilis from? How do you catch it?
Usually by banging somebody.
Oh, that's,
Yeah.
that's a sexual.
Exchanging
Yes.
fluids.
Yes. So if you become blood brothers and they have syphilis,
When I told you you played It's Raining Men on all those dudes with the sausage fest, you saw that post, right?
there you go, buddy.
Oh.
Bag of syphilis.
Oh.
A bag
Yeah.
of syphilis.
What's that doing here?
What's in the bag? Syphilis.
Hey, Junior, step to your right. No, other way. Other way.
That way.
Other way. A little more.
A little more. Right there.
Jackpot.
Nobody
Okay.
knows what it is.
That's okay. Let's keep it that way.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
I know what it is.
I do too.
Those are the best vitamins you will ever have.
So what time of day and how many?
One every other day. One every other day.
And I usually take it just before lunch, and
Just before lunch?
takes about a half hour to 45 minutes to kick in. Yeah.
Should it must be taken with food?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Well, and if you don't want
It is food.
So dude, if you don't, hey,
Okay,
so
you know what I meant.
for you though, starting out, if you don't want it to interrupt your workday, take it at 5 o'clock in the evening.
To interrupt my workday?
It doesn't really matter
Yeah.
when you take it.
Would it interrupt my workday?
No,
No.
you're just gonna be like super relaxed.
Okay.
Yeah.
But not like lethargic or anything. You just be, I feel good.
Oh, okay.
Your give a damn is busted.
Yeah.
Mike, that's why I looked at here. 0 fucks given.
I took one today before lunch. Like,
You are mellow. You're right.
hell yeah.
I took one this morning, so I didn't give a fuck if I got here on time or not.
I can see that.
No, it's good for what ails you.
Appreciate
Just
that.
try it.
Oh,
Try it.
I will. Yeah.
You know what I'm tired of?
I mean, honestly, you could take one now, and it's not going to do anything to you.
Will I sleep at night?
Oh.
And your beer would probably taste a lot better.
Dude, food and beer taste a lot better. You will sleep like a baby, but you will have some pretty interesting dreams. Not bad. Not bad.
Boy, I feel like I should take one. We get a play-by-play going on here.
Like, I don't want to say anything, but it could be because you're here doing this. It could end up being a threesome with Phil and I.
Okay, a second thought. I'm not gonna take it.
No. Wait.
No,
a
I
minute.
don't think that'd happen to you.
Are you sure?
If it does, I will be the voice of reason there, and I'll be like, no.
It doesn't. It doesn't tend to like. As far as like, I've noticed as far as like sex drive, it doesn't tend to move the needle one way or the other.
That's
No.
that's
But you
good.
are-
I've been working.
But when you weren't in the throes of it, you're a lot more relaxed and agreeable. Trust me.
Relaxed and agreeable.
Yeah. So now, Kelsey's your time to suggest some things, I suppose.
If you're listening.
Right?
This is our little secret, guys. Only me, you, and our listeners get to know
Right.
about this.
Well, I mean, maybe like that new position or new spot, you know. But there's cameras over there. They'll enjoy the show. Right?
Very true.
So this is something you've been doing for a while then, Sir Philip? Nice. Nice.
Probably a solid, I started it during the reign of the terrible one.
Ooh.
And we're over a year through it. I started it in about September of that year. So we're about a year and 4 or 5 months into it. Thank you, sir.
Decent. Thank you.
Decent.
Oh, he serves you guys first. I see how it is. See where I rank sitting back here being producing and shit.
Producers last. Just kidding.
Right?
It's okay.
So here's a thing I have a problem with. Since St. Valentine's Day is coming up,
That's not a holiday.
right, advertisers or people who write copy using the phrase "get your heart on." Get your heart on. I fucking hate that. I've heard it in about 3 different ads. Get your heart on.
I'm not really laughing, but
I don't think it's funny either.
It's not.
It's overplayed. It's an old trope. It's terrible to begin with. I get it. It's only so many things you can do with words when you're on the radio or television, but get your heart on. Lame. Adam
Gay.
thinks so too. He's even checked out and just texting during this.
ha, gay.
Right? So for those of you out there, get your heart on and listen to our podcast for St. Patrick's Day for Valentine's Day.
So it's a busy week for me. I've Jesus Christ.
Junior's about to get his heart on.
What is going on over there?
It was very soft, very flaccid,
Junior, you poke an eye out with that thing.
I didn't even know anything happened.
It felt quite lopsided.
It felt like
You. Insert you motherfucker.
it felt a lot like when you when you end up getting like a small needle put in your arm or something like that. That's a lot what it felt like.
Right?
Yeah. So yeah, I have a busy week this week. It's wrestling districts. I'm running 2 tournaments. My Friday and Saturday are booked up solid.
Good thing we
So,
don't have
yeah.
anything going on this weekend.
Yeah.
All right.
And then
I
you're
mean,
gonna
my
then you're
Saturday will be free fairly early, I think. But
and then
yeah.
Sunday is the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't even care.
I
I'm,
don't
I'm
either.
seriously not going to watch. I'm really not.
So I'm going to watch, but I'm going to watch at Silent N's house because I told her she's got her kids. I mean, we'll just do some appetizers and stuff. And I generally have my kids for the Super Bowl anyway, but they are driving back because my son drives. So they'll leave before it starts. They don't care.
I'll
They do
probably
like all
watch
the
it.
food, though.
I'll probably watch it at the Poker Hut.
There you go.
Which I got to bring this up, and we got to talk about this. The idea was put forth. We should see if we can get clearance to do podcasts at the Poker Hut.
We should. It'd have to be either a Friday or a Saturday,
Okay.
and the Saturdays will probably have to be around the wrestling tournaments coming up. So it's gonna have to. It could be in.
Well, I'm thinking in March. When our wrestling tournaments are done, by late March, right?
by early March.
Oh, so if we
the
do it,
first weekend of March is states.
We're actually so we're actually booked up for weekends through at least mid-March. So because we've got Hot and Now, don't forget, the next weekend, February 17th, we've got Hot and Now. We're going down to Sturgis one of those days for Hot and Now. Podcast on the road.
Yes,
And then I have the next weekend that I
that
don't,
will be the trip back.
yeah. The next weekend I don't have the kids. We go to state bowling tournament, and then that's the first weekend in March. So we're looking at a Poker Hut podcast in the middle of March to late March, if that'll work. So we should put that on the radar for everybody.
Yeah, I think I'm actually going to text the group that is always there right now and find out what their
thoughts
are.
wishes and desires are.
Bring me up to speed. Where is the poker hut?
It's actually right over by Adam's house. It's off French Line
Yeah.
Road.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, it's like 2 miles from my house.
So it'd be a not even 15-minute drive for you and I.
Now there's usually
Roughly 15 minutes.
Right on.
there's usually a fair amount of drinking there. So if everybody gets hammered, I have couches and recliners and whatever.
Yay! But the hopes is that Cookie really wants to meet Haas, and we want to have Haas on the podcast. And of course, if we can get Hacker on the podcast too.
Yeah, that'd be good.
We were supposed to watch some movies together and comment on them. Hacker and I had that idea. Was it Back to the Future or was something else we wanted to watch? Oh, Weekend at Bernie's. Because he's an Undertaker, so he thinks Weekend at Bernie's is hilarious.
Yeah, that's like
Schmeckle porn for him.
that's like weekday at Hackers.
Yeah, Weekday at Hackers. You don't look in the windows during the day because you'll see him like propped up with a couple bodies. He's got his arms around. He's carrying him around. No, he doesn't do that.
That we know of.
He's
That
a,
we know- yeah, that you
he's
know
a
of.
professional. He's a professional.
He wears pants when he involves people.
Jeez.
But no top.
But okay.
Nipple clamps. Is that considered evening wear?
Right?
So the first response back, would it be okay to do a podcast from the Poker Hut? The first response back from the owner is, I don't give a fuck.
There you go.
You have your answer. You've got clearance, Clarence.
There you have it.
That's clearance, Clarence. That's beautiful.
Clear.
Then I got, sounds a little shady.
Yeah.
That was Haas.
Sounds a little shady. I don't know. Pete Rose, should we trust him?
He seems like a trustworthy guy.
Right?
I'll take a gamble.
What is this?
You guys want a thought-provoking question?
No.
Okay, fine.
Yes, yes.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
You guys, I'm going home.
All right. Number one. Technology has become a part of us. Would you rather lose the use of all motorized vehicles, all telecommunication devices, and computers, or one of your hands?
Been there.
You don't count.
Shit.
Damn it. Next question.
So, well, I mean, here's the thing. Can I Velcro it to my hand so I can still, like, watch porn and have a good time?
At least
Jesus.
whack Buddy Hackett with the other hand.
Can I Velcro it to the stump?
What are you Velcroing?
The phone.
Or iPad or tablet. Sorry, he's a tablet user probably.
Me? No.
I'm an iPad user.
No, but which one would you rather use the loose? Wow, lose the
If
use
I had
of.
to choose
Yeah.
between the three of those, it would be the telecommunications one. I could not lose motorized vehicles.
True. Because at least you could go somewhere.
Well, but does telecommunications, does that include modern internet?
I'm assuming so.
Oh, damn it.
But we already lived this life, though, Adam. We did.
Yeah, so you guys did.
Well, that's true.
We didn't have Remember
Yeah,
when
but
you had
I'm
to-
so ingrained in, like,
Remember when you had to wait to get home? Like you didn't know who was looking for you or who had called until you got home and listened to your answering machine. Isn't that fucking ridiculous?
That is
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
So does anybody ever notice that, like, people's patience is just gone? So if you call somebody and they don't pick up, or you text them and they don't, like, text back right away, do you ever notice you start getting pissed off almost immediately?
Guilty.
Yeah, I do too. And it's like,
I'm sorry, guys.
it's not just
You son of a bitch.
Like, I'll text somebody and I don't get an answer back for 10 minutes, and it's like, oh, what the fuck are they doing? And yeah, with you, Phil, I sit there and go, I know that bastard has his phone in his hand. And I'm right.
Not wrong.
Well, to be fair,
To be fair.
yesterday I was asleep.
That is true. And you have a past because you were close to as inebriated as I've ever seen you leaving the STD on Saturday.
Wait, that happened.
Hey, wait. How much time's left on this episode? I want to hear about this.
And I was pretty you saw me at my best twice last week because over at Eric's I was pretty rough too.
Oh, yeah.
I fell off the stool.
So Eric says to me, "Is he all right?" Oh yeah, it's no big deal.
What, after I did it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Is
fine.
he all
I was
right?
fine.
I'm like, yeah, he's fine. That's a podcast night for him.
yeah.
All right, let's hear
Actually,
about
I
this.
don't think you were that drunk.
I wasn't. So
Because you were able to converse the whole way home.
my inner ear was messing with me because I got that ear infection I'm still battling.
Oh.
And it threw off
Ear
my
infection, yeah.
It threw off my balance that night because I thought about it because it was bothering me that night.
Tell NASA not all orifices are open.
I know, right?
His ear function?
So that's what it was purely why that happened because my balance was all messed up.
So how did it go with the STD on Saturday night?
Yeah, how did I get that drunk? Like, I don't.
People were probably buying you drinks over and over
Well,
again.
they brought over shots, right?
Well, okay. that too.
There were a lot of pitchers of beer that came to the table. I had one glass of beer.
But
I didn't help you at all, which I feel bad about.
But I was pretty helpful most of the night, wasn't I? Or no?
Be honest.
Yeah.
You were actually.
Yeah.
More helpful, honestly, more helpful than usual.
Yeah, right?
No, he was like, so we have cards for people to make requests. They can text in to make requests. And he was taking the cards around to the table. He was on the microphone a few times. He actually said, I'm getting over my mic fear. I'm like, yeah, if only you had a podcast where you'd spent hundreds of hours on the microphone.
If only you
get over that.
If only you've crested over 500 hours on a microphone, you know? Exactly. It was a good time. The party was bumping. Like, by the end of the night, Adam said it, like, that's about the fullest we've ever seen that place.
I was just gonna say I didn't think the place could hold that many people.
Right. There were a solid, what would you guess, 80 to 100 people there?
Oh, easy.
Yeah.
There had to be at one point. So I don't know if you saw the video I sent to the group chat, but it was there were several points through the night between 11 and close that I couldn't have gotten to the bathroom if I wanted to. Like, there was just no path. And even at one point when I did get up and go to the bathroom and I'm like, okay, it's cleared out a little bit, it hadn't. It was still ridiculous.
So if you want to know, the only terrible thing was we did have a microphone down, one got dropped.
But the microphone is okay. It just, I gotta.
Can we fix it? I think we might be able to fix it.
So I have other. So the screen that is
Little
around a microphone.
screen globe, yeah.
Yeah.
I have more of those, and I will just rob one off of a shitty mic. Because I have lots of them from having band equipment.
But other than that, so a new development, like I sent you the text to the group about thanking us for that.
Yeah.
Somebody else reached out to me and said, in a like a month and a half, we might want to do the same for another birthday party. I said, bring it on. We'd be more than willing to.
And they actually tipped us a little bit.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
yeah,
but we did rock it out.
the dog doing?
Now the bad thing is at like 1:15, I was getting ready to play the last song of the night. All internet, phone, everything went out in the area.
Oh, really?
So we actually looked on NASA's app, and none of the bars within about a 25-mile radius had the jukebox available.
Right.
No
So
shit.
it was a big outage.
Was it a thumb cell or what the heck or what?
No, it was.
We know you said internet.
It was something bigger than that. But my phone, which is AT&T in that area, did not, because my phone uses like 3 carriers. But I'm AT&T in that area, or it would jump to thumb cell if it had to.
Ooh.
Oh, footsie?
Yep.
Okay. It wouldn't. My phone had no internet.
So none of us could even like hotspot or anything. I remember that because we were like,
Yeah, it was bad.
so we had to, and weren't people singing? I think they were just singing the.
Yeah, terribly.
Yes. It turned into a sing along for the last little bit, and just like in a good old Irish bar.
There you go. That's
The bartenders didn't mind though, because we shut it off and quit playing music about 1:15, and they got everybody out of there. They said by 2:15, so
It's not too bad.
yeah, which is a big crowd.
Oh, the bartenders had to do well that night.
They did. I checked with them. They did. They had a good night.
Who was bartending that night?
So it was would have been Rocky, Sarah, and Karen. And really, they did okay, but the bar actually had one of the top 5 nights that I ever remember for sales.
Yeah.
Oh, I can believe that.
I bet
It,
you.
it was the busiest that I've seen that bar pretty busy a few times, but
Yeah.
it was the busiest I've ever seen it.
So I know the numbers, and really, he probably made more that night than he did the previous 7 days combined.
Oh, I would say easy.
Yeah. Like, just killed it.
Nobody in there was underserved. Nobody was underserved in there.
You'll have that.
The only problem that they had all night really was there was a few broken glasses.
I know they kept dropping shit.
Oh.
And so there was going to have to be some mopping done on
That's what they said. They said that the place was trashed, but they stayed late. Bartenders got out of there about 3:30. But it's funny because the next day somebody apparently took off through the back, the house behind it, Callie's house. You remember Callie, don't you? Or did you know Callie?
I think so.
Bartended there for a while.
Yeah.
Drove through her yard, through the other side yard, and instead of turning left to come back to the street, they turned right where there's a ditch, and they just left their vehicle there. The cops showed up the next day.
Nice.
This vehicle was stuck in the ditch.
There were things requested of us that we could not control. Like, people are going outside with their drinks. So they locked the doors. I'm like, you can't lock the doors. That's a huge fire hazard. Plus, what if somebody wants to come in? Not that there was any room, but so, and exactly the other thing that I said would happen if you lock the doors, people are just going to unlock them. And which is, while she's telling me that she locked the door, people are unlocking the door and going out with their drinks because they were going outside with their drinks, which they can't do.
Right.
So we announced it.
We don't want that stigma. If there was something to happen, we'd be, what was it, the band Whitesnake? Was that the one that had the...
Yeah.
Yeah, like we don't want people to get, Phil and Adam were DJing and 7 people got trampled because there was a fire. Like, because the exit was blocked.
Oh, no, that was Great White.
Great White, there you go.
Way to put your names behind that one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, but overall, very, very well-behaved crowd. No fights, no
Everybody was jovial.
altercations.
Everybody was happy.
And very drunk. We did suffer one minor casualty, but it's fixable. No big deal. And they tipped way more than what that'll cost, so that's a good thing.
Did you guys get paid outright for doing that?
We did not get paid by the owner of the establishment. We actually got paid by, they co-opted, the people that threw the party for the birthday girl.
Oh.
Co-opted and paid us, and as Adam said, they tipped very well. And they took care of us, yeah.
Right on.
But to be fair, I didn't have a bar tab at the end of the night, so
You just love to see it.
Which was probably more than the tip we received.
probably.
Because I watched a lot of pitchers come to the table.
I was in a mood.
What kind of mood was that, Phil?
Happy. I was happy.
Oh, okay.
He was in a great mood all night. And
I was
like
out
I
there
say,
dancing, wasn't I?
I was gonna say, when you say it like that, it's like, oh God, what happened?
No.
he danced for like 5 songs, which, and looked very, very happy that you were out there dancing.
I thought you were gonna say mortified
She
for a
actually
second.
said that the next day. She's like, you danced with me last night.
Oh, dude, that scores a lot of brownie points.
Well-
you can totally fuck up pretty bad in the next 2 weeks.
Well, and today is our 1 year thing, anniversary kind of thing. So yeah. So
1
she
year
was happy.
anniversary kind of thing.
Kind of thing.
I think it's an pretty good thing.
It's a 1 year anniversary. So, but what I got her too blew her mind because the one day she really loves her land and all the trees and everything on it. There was this one flowering one she sent me the one day a couple months ago, like a month and a half ago. She's like, I would love to have some of these on the property, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, they're so pretty. And they flower in like oranges and like yellows. I forget what it's called. Something fire. But they grow here. They're good here. So I bought her a couple of those and gave that to her for the anniversary. And she's like, yeah. Might have got a tear or two. I said, you're
Dang,
welcome.
good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you're on fire right now.
Yeah, right?
Are they syphilis bushes? Is that what
Something similar. Something fire, actually. But yeah.
syphilis fire bush?
What a name for a tree.
Simple fire bush.
Seriously, we need to get heavy into horticulture and create a syphilis fire bush.
Right? We should get heavy into horticulture for several reasons, because one's for hot peppers and two for like civil fire bushes.
I'm good
and
with
3
that.
for medicinal purposes.
Dude, I have plenty of land to grow shit on.
Company not present excluded.
Let's do it. Don't threaten me with a good time.
If anybody's wondering what I've been doing over here, I am currently backing up all the shit that
Back it up,
that
Terry.
is taking up a ton of space on my computer.
Back it up.
Back it up.
It wasn't until we started doing the video shit. So you people watching this, it wasn't until we started doing the video stuff that I'm like, oh my God, my computer's like totally. My computer gave me a warning the other day. Stop fucking with me.
Will self-destruct in 5.
I didn't know that a computer had a pull-out warning.
Right? It's like, you're trying to get me pregnant on a pull-out couch. How ironic.
Stop coming in me.
You're giving me nothing but gold here.
It's like my eyes aren't good enough to jack off on a laptop anymore.
Jeez.
Oh my God.
Yeah, boy.
Dark beers hit you pretty good.
Oh, it's good.
They hit
It's
different.
fun.
They hit different.
It's a lot of fun.
Delicious. I will say that.
It is really good.
That was like the last that's like at the bottom of my list here, like on a normal time. But like, hey, $1 tastes pretty damn good.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
I've been on a good run lately too. Like, I've been happy lately. It's fucking crazy.
That's awesome.
Like this whole new job thing and everything else has just got me like.
Well, I was gonna say the new job.
That's gotta be it.
The 1 year anniversary. You got to feel pretty damn good.
We've come a long ways.
A
We've come-
badass DJ gig over the weekend.
right? I know that gives you wings too, man. That
Oh,
really
it does. It does.
Like that'll prop you up. Like,
Puff your chest out just a little bit. All right.
it's so much fun and
Well, I gotta say we're damn good at it.
and it sounds good too. The system we put together, like, yeah,
I put in a new
those
mixer.
lights too.
Yeah, the execution of the lights is phenomenal.
But the new mixer, yeah.
I hate to say it, if you sound decent but have a really good light show, it makes a lot of difference. And I'm actually going to step up the light show at the next one because there's more programming that I can do.
Okay.
But I haven't done it yet because I've been nervous to play with it. But now that we've had a couple of good, solid gigs with it, I'm going to step up the light show.
Right on.
And I appreciates it from the guy who's the mule. Setting that stuff up is so much easier than all
It's
those
like-
fucking light stands and everything.
Oh, no light stands because they
Yeah.
mount right to the speakers.
Yep.
And
That part always makes me think something's gone wrong with the electronics.
That's what I
but
thought
it's
for a
just,
second.
yeah.
Like, what the hell just happened?
see, usually when something goes wrong electronically, it just stops. So
Right.
that one doesn't
That's-
make me nervous anymore.
That's fair.
But yeah, those lights that mount right to the upright speakers. Oh,
And they just look good. I mean, they look, it's very elegant because you don't have these gigantic light trees and all this weird stuff. It just looks good. And they cover so well. Like, the standard round spotlights that get used all the time, they're very concentrated on a certain area. So you got to have a million of them to cover a whole dance floor. These things, 4 of them cover like an entire room totally. Absolutely amazing.
and then you add those 4 little guys we have that rotate,
Oh, those are badass.
and it's perfect, man. It's a kill. I only had 2 of them going the other night because I'm like, I don't want to set up all 4, and it was enough. It was fun. Yeah.
I honestly, I do believe that we should get and I probably have one that we can use, a pole that we put in that subwoofer to hold the lights up and mount those lights to a bar.
Yeah, we could do that. We've already mounted those 4 that rotate on a. You should have one that they've. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a bar that we can put those on.
Yeah. Cool.
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 And load in and load out is so easy now.
Shit. I showed up. I had to poop, and so I didn't show up till 10 after 2, and I got in my truck and left at 2:30, and that was tear down and load out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was home back in Sandusky before 3.
Yeah.
And I think we stopped at Walmart on the way home.
What I saw at Walmart.
It's so crazy now compared to what it was back in the day. I love it.
It's insane. And dude, so
It sounds and looks better than back in the day.
when I first started DJing, we had like this huge van that we loaded everything in. And this sounds and looks 100 times better, and it fits. I have a ton more
your
room.
vehicle?
I have a ton more room in my Journey.
It fits in the back of his Journey, and I could fit.
Well, I have put it all in the back of the PT Cruiser
So
before.
to be fair, we have a secondary setup with everything except for lights. But as far as sound system, I could still stack the secondary sound system in the Journey and fit both of them. too.
easy.
Yeah.
And we could double everything because nothing is stacked on top of it.
Yep.
It's all single layer in the back of the Journey, and it doesn't stick up above the seats.
And that's the next thing we want to say. Even if you wanted it to sound better, we could add even more sound if we wanted to, because
Better?
we has it. I mean, not better. It wouldn't sound better. It'd be louder.
It would be louder.
Yeah.
So we could do a very large venue easily.
Dude, when I went to the restroom at the bar when we had it cranking, you could hear it clear as day.
Oh yeah, when I went back there, I was shocked.
I'm like-
You could feel the bass, but it wasn't like overpowering loud. So if you were up at the bar drinking, it was going to sound really good, but not like blow you out of the water. You could talk over it. But if you were on the dance floor, you were going to feel the bass. Well, you were going to feel the bass through the whole place. It was nuts.
You guys are all about that bass.
Yes.
All about that bass.
Yes, for sure.
No trouble.
So I just freed up a ton of space on my computer.
Awesome.
Like over half just from the videos.
I need to free up some space elsewhere.
You got to poop?
Those enchiladas are killing me right
Yeah.
now.
Oh,
And,
man.
How much space are you using on that new trinket over there?
Oh, next to nothing.
Yep.
Oh, that's where you got them. That's
Phil-
my more memory.
So I'm using 1.76 terabyte of 1.8. Oh, no. I have 1.76 terabyte free of 1.8 terabyte.
That's insane.
There you go.
But I freed up a
you,
major
sir.
amount of space on my computer because that. So now I can save all of our videos to this, and this will become our video repository. I actually have another one
Beautiful.
that's smaller for all of our audio. So we will have all of our stuff on 2 of these little drives that we've ever done. Maybe we should start recording DJ gigs.
That'd be awesome.
Then we can just play it when we go somewhere. Change the names to protect the innocent, and there we go.
Right? Yeah.
right,
we got to get out of here this episode
Yeah, we do.
because we've gone over an hour.
We have.
You've gone on long enough.
Are we ready?
Yeah, why not? Well, first thing I had to say is get out there on those social media, especially Facebook. Please share our page, send requests to your friends if you think they would like
Yeah,
to
I
like
thought you
our
were going to
page.
say send nudes.
Send nudes too.
Yes.
Send nudes, and by that, even noodles. Send noodles. We love noodles.
Both. We'll have both.
Nudes or noodles, either one. We love all kinds of nudes. But just share. It doesn't cost anything. It takes a few seconds.
Share with people that you hate.
Tell people, right. If you hate our podcast, then share it with people you don't like. That'll teach them. So it only takes a minute, and we need you. We really need you at this point. And I know this is
do.
coming at the end when people probably aren't listening, but
We're, just so everybody knows, we are like just a little bit away from monetizing
and that's important.
The
We need it
podcast.
because
because Phil lets people drop microphones.
and I buy random memory things. And
Yes.
They call that a mic drop.
Yeah. Anyway, he's Adam Filkins. I'm Phil Neckel. Thanks for listening to the P&A Podcast Express featuring John Crazer, JTK, back again. Always welcome. I know. Am I allowed? I know.
I'm sorry. I was just really upset last
No,
night.
that was fine. I wasn't upset at it. I'm
No,
like,
I was, and you just caught me at a very bad time. I'll talk about it the next episode.
I wasn't upset about it.
I was.
Anyway, from all of us here at the P&A Podcast Express, make sure to wear clean underwear and make good choices.